But
What's
you know,
going on with these fights?
uh,
All of a sudden,
but the fan, they always doing crazy stuff.
hmm
They always do things you not even expect them to do. Like but where did they come from?
I don't know, and they don't know, and there hasn't been an official LAPD response. And the crazy thing is, good thing I wasn't there. Because
But you were in LA and that
I
happened
just
in
left.
California.
Yeah, it happened in LA, and I just left LA, so it's a good thing I wasn't out there covering the game. But either way, I don't know what's going on with these people
But
pulling out a knife. Like, come
but
on,
like
they're acting like the Grinch.
I'm not a security officer, but
hmm
when you're doing some event like that, by experience, I to bring it up. Like where that night come from? Where's the security at the gate? How, who checking the bag?
That is true because they're supposed to get through.
Everything.
Yes, the security check. So you have a valid point. Like they must have had one of those knives that are like disguised as something else, and they were able to get through the metal detector. But who knows? But the crazy thing is that we had off-duty police officers for the LAPD that were there acting as a security guard. So it's not like you just have any regular schmegular security guards. No, you actually have police officers acting as security guards for the event, and the brawl still erupted and nothing official actually happened. Like they really didn't do anything, and this is disappointing because now you have somebody pulling out a knife, so now you're endangering, there's a potential for lives to be endangered. So I think that they need to kind of revisit their security measures from here on out, because we're getting a trend of brawls erupting like this, causing just civil unrest, and it's not safe for people to go out there and want to enjoy a football game and then have to worry about, well, is my safety at risk?
Mhm.
you
But
know
that's the first thing they have to we think about the security because like you're supposed to check everything, the bag, the jacket, and sometimes even on the socks too.
yes, I know
You,
that.
you know, on the socks, they can,
Yeah, they can put those things in there. I
you
know.
don't tell them to take their shoes off, but then the shoes, that's another
I mean,
secret.
we have to take off our shoes at the airport. I hope we don't have to do that just to go to a
But
game.
because like if that person have like, but sometimes when you pass, it's something wing, but not everything gonna be wing. When you fold it up, you put stuff, socks, in their feet,
It sounds like you snuck some stuff in.
No,
How do you
because
know where people put things?
no,
It
because
sounds like it would.
by
You,
experience, you know a lot of things.
oh,
By saying you know that doesn't mean that
experience. That means
no
you've
no
done that
no no no
before.
no 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 no. You always try to put me in that day, but that's not gonna be happening. But every day, life is there. You learning every day.
That's
You learn
true.
the day. Yeah. Like for example, even you drive today, every day you have to learn new stuff. Sometimes it's not you watching other people. You have to watch for yourself first, and you watch people. And
Mhm.
sometimes even you get on the stop line, a stop sign, and then they lie. If someone want to go first, let them go. If you're gonna try to go at the same time, gonna be accident. It's the
Mhm.
same way, like you can learn a lot of stuff. Doesn't mean you get it done. For example, someone who's not married yet, you gonna tell how their family is supposed to be together. It doesn't mean that person married. He's not married yet, but
Mhm.
that you know what can happen, what they can do to moving forward. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way like the security. They can hide stuff anyway.
That's
Especially
true.
like I'm not gonna pick up on the woman because the last time you tried to get me in. You know.
Get you in the
I
lesson.
remember my grandma. My grandma used to hide money, and
Wait.
there her bois. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
So you're
you
trying to
see?
say the women need
No,
to
I'm
also
not.
teach?
I'm giving an example
But
about
you're
my
right.
grandma. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right, because that's a great hiding place.
Yeah, because I pick up my family, right? My grandma, right? So, I mean, like, the security, that's a serious stuff, They're supposed to get that in consideration because, first of all, you got police, plus you have the security.
Yes,
It's not only the police officer you have,
you
you
have
got
the regular
security.
security.
Because I remember we used to have we're gonna move the next thing, but I remember we used to do the cup in Sunrise in Broward Stadium. We hired the police, we hired the security, all those things we have to check the clear bag, even the water you cannot get in the stadium. You got if you need to buy water, inside, not when you're on water. You can have something inside of it. You know what I'm saying? That's all those things. But the next point, the lady from Houston Dash.
Yes. Listen, I am just so happy for her. I'm extremely overjoyed that she is now the highest paid football player in the women's league. So this is kudos to her. I mean, $1.5 million. Now, if we can get more of the women who are part of the league to hit the millions, you know, when we look at the men, we have way more men who are hitting the millions mark, right?
When you got Messi, you got
But
Neymar, you got
exactly. So
Cristiano.
in this case, we don't have enough women that we can actually say, like, okay, they have, $1 million or over $1 million contract. But this just means that things are getting better. I'm optimistic that the future of the women's football league is getting better.
It's getting better. And then there's another thing, the team, if they have the sponsors, stuff like that, they still can do more things. That's the same way we was talking about the last time about FIFA, the
Yes.
women, it's the same example.
Yes.
Like, the team, they're supposed to have the sponsorship so they can upgrade their salary.
Hmm.
And then, by that, you have more money. We got money flow. You can give the money this, and then you can give them everybody with, the money keep going all over. The cotton, there you go. That's for you. That's for you. You did a good job. Keep doing it. And to motivate the people, you know what I'm saying? That's when you got sponsorship, we can moving forward. You can do more things than people didn't expect. And then she born in USA, but she played for Mexican
Yes.
national team.
Yes.
But hey,
And now she's back. So yeah, I'm so proud of her. I mean, prior to her, it was Trinity Rodman who had her contract was $1.1 million that she had signed in 2022. So it looks like Sanchez beat her out with the 1.5 million contract, 3-year contract. So yeah, so kudos to her. We're excited. This is great news leading up to the holiday season. And yeah.
exactly. And then the next one is
With
the. But
Messi.
this guy, you always talk about this guy. This has something special. Hmm?
Yes, very, very, very special. Whatever Messi does, like, oh, Messi's shopping at Publix. Oh my gosh, we're freaking out. Oh my gosh, Messi's back home. Oh my gosh, we're freaking out. So this time, he's back in his hometown with his wife, his children. They actually touched down. It was today at 11:06 a.m. That's what time they hit Fisherton International Airport in Santa Fe. So they boarded a large plane, and it looks like his wife, Antonella's sister, is getting married.
Hmm.
And his sister-in-law actually was in their wedding back in 2017. So now they'll be attending her wedding. And I just think that's just so beautiful, family time, weddings,
That the
holidays,
season
back at
that the
home.
season is about and to get married. And the season that's very interesting, very good. And then they celebrate the World Cup they had last year.
Yes.
You celebrate that today. That's a good thing. And then what I like about Messi, you never heard him about any kind of trouble.
No, he's definitely a
This guy is an
family. He's
example.
definitely a family man. I love that. Very wholesome. You always see his wife, you see
Yeah.
his children around,
Yeah.
and I love that he always includes his family wherever he goes, whatever he does. It's not like we don't know that his family exists.
Uh-huh.
We not only know that his family exists, we also know who they are, and I think that's beautiful.
That's very, very interesting. This guy, like I say, he always, his wife always there. And then, you don't hear his name about trouble, any kind of trouble, stuff like that. He stay clean, stay perfect. That's very interesting. That's any family can take him as an example,
I
That's
agree.
very important and very nice. And that's how, but there's no family is, perfect, in the background, there's something, but at the same time, you got to take the positive point to moving forward. Because if you're going to look the negative stuff, that's gonna lay you back. You got to think about it, moving forward. That's very nice for Messi. Messi is like an example. It's not only on the field and then off the pitch. Off the field, that's how you say off the pitch,
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's very important, Those stories very important.